Chosen one, listen closely. This is not an accident. You were meant to hear this message today. You feel it, don't you? That nagging sense that something is off, that you're meant for more, but something is holding you back. That something is where you are planted, and it's costing you everything. What if I told you that your breakthrough, your divine purpose, the life God designed for you, is already within reach? But a toxic environment, a place, or even a person that drains your spirit is blocking your access. By the time you finish watching this, you will know exactly how to identify these toxic roots, and more importantly, how to uproot yourself and thrive. But you must stay until the very end, because the final revelation is the key to unlocking your full potential. Take the first step right now. 1. Hit the like button to declare that you are ready to receive this truth. Subscribe to stay connected to this divine guidance and receive more messages like this. Comment 111 to affirm that you are stepping into your true purpose today. We are building a movement of faith, a sanctuary of support. This is more than just a video, it's a lifeline. Drop a comment below with one thing you need prayer for right now. What burden are you carrying? What toxic situation are you desperate to escape? Then reply to someone else's comment with words of encouragement, hope, and prayer. Lift them up, show them they are not alone. Why? Because miracles happen when we lift each other up. When you share your vulnerability, others will pray for you. When you pray for someone else, blessings flow back to you. This is faith in action. This is the power of a community rooted in divine love. Comment your prayer request now and become a vital link in this chain of divine miracles. Most people believe they're simply stuck in life. They blame circumstances, other people, even God. But the truth, revealed in Scripture and echoed in the wisdom of the ages, is far more profound. Think of the parable of the sower, Matthew 13:1-23. The seed, God's promise, your potential, is good. But where it lands, that determines its fate. Imagine that seed, brimming with the potential for a magnificent tree, a tree that could provide shade, shelter, and sustenance. This seed holds within it the blueprint for greatness, a divine design waiting to unfold. But that potential, that promise, is utterly dependent on the environment in which it is placed. It's not enough to simply have the seed. It must be nurtured, protected, and given the space to grow. Some seeds fall on rocky ground, representing hearts hardened by past hurts, unable to receive nourishment. Others fall among thorns, toxic relationships, negative self-talk, limiting beliefs that choke the life out of them. This isn't about God failing to provide. It's about the environment preventing the seed from taking root. The rocky ground isn't inherently bad. It simply lacks the necessary nutrients and depth for the seed to flourish. Think of a heart that has been wounded repeatedly. A heart that has built walls of protection, walls so thick that even the most loving words, the most genuine offers of support cannot penetrate. This heart, though yearning for connection, pushes it away, fearing further pain. It's a cycle of self-sabotage, born out of self-preservation. It's like someone who has been burned repeatedly. They instinctively recoil from the heat, even if that heat is coming from a source of warmth and comfort. They've learned to associate closeness with pain, and so they keep their distance, even from those who genuinely care about them. This isn't a conscious choice. It's a deeply ingrained survival mechanism. And the thorns, they represent the insidious voices that creep into our lives, often disguised as something harmless, even helpful. A friend who constantly criticizes, masking their negativity as constructive criticism. A family member who undermines your dreams, claiming they're just being realistic. A partner who controls and manipulates, all under the guise of love. These thorns wrap themselves around the tender shoot of your potential, slowly but surely squeezing the life out of it. They steal your sunlight, your water, your very breath. Think of ivy, slowly but surely climbing a tree. At first, it seems harmless, even beautiful. But over time, it begins to constrict the tree's growth, blocking its access to sunlight and nutrients. Eventually, the ivy can completely engulf the tree, killing it. This is what toxic relationships do. They may start small, with seemingly minor criticisms or controlling behaviors. But over time, they escalate, eroding your self-esteem, your confidence, and your sense of self-worth. They become a constant drain on your energy, leaving you feeling depleted and exhausted. We stay in toxic environments because of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of being alone. We cling to the familiar, even when it's killing us, because the unfamiliar feels even scarier. We become comfortable in our discomfort. We mistake endurance for strength, when true strength lies in the courage to leave. We are waiting for God to move us, when God is waiting for us to take the first step. This fear is a powerful illusion, a mirage that keeps us trapped in a desert of despair. It whispers lies in our ears, telling us that we are not strong enough, not worthy enough, not capable enough to create a better life for ourselves. It paints a picture of the unknown as a vast, terrifying wilderness, full of dangers and uncertainties. But the truth is, the unknown is also full of possibilities, of opportunities for growth, for joy, for fulfillment. It's like being afraid to leave a sinking ship because you don't know how to swim. You cling to the wreckage, even though it's pulling you under, because you fear the vastness of the ocean. But the ocean also holds the possibility of rescue, of reaching the shore, of finding a new life. Staying on the sinking ship guarantees your demise. Taking the leap of faith, even without knowing how to swim, offers the chance of survival. We settle. We convince ourselves that this is as good as it gets, that we don't deserve any better. We become accustomed to the pain, the negativity, the constant drain on our energy. We forget what it feels like to truly thrive, to feel alive, to be surrounded by love and support. We mistake the absence of outright disaster for happiness. We lower our expectations, shrinking ourselves to fit into a box that was never meant for us. It's like being in a dimly lit room for so long that you forget what the sunlight feels like. You become accustomed to the shadows, to the muted colors, to the limited visibility. You forget that there's a whole world of vibrant beauty and warmth just outside the door. But the longer you stay in that room, the harder it becomes to even imagine stepping out into the light. You start to believe that the dimness is all there is, that the shadows are your reality. You forget the feeling of warmth on your skin, the brilliance of the colors, the clarity of vision that comes with being in the sunlight. You adapt to the darkness, and it becomes your normal. The insidious nature of toxic environments is that they often erode our sense of self-worth gradually, almost imperceptibly. It's a slow drip, drip, drip of negativity that eventually wears down even the strongest spirit. We start to believe the lies we are told, the criticisms we hear, the doubts that are planted in our minds. We internalize the toxicity, making it our own. We begin to see ourselves through the distorted lens of the toxic environment, losing sight of our true potential, our inherent worthiness. It's like looking at yourself in a funhouse mirror. The reflection is distorted, exaggerated, and untrue. But if you look at that reflection long enough, you might start to believe that it's an accurate representation of who you are. You might start to see yourself as flawed, as inadequate, as unworthy. This is what toxic environments do. They distort our perception of ourselves, making us believe that we are less than we truly are. And we wait. We wait for a sign, a miracle, a divine intervention to rescue us from our predicament. We pray for change, but we remain passive, paralyzed by fear and inertia. We forget that faith without action is dead. We forget that God has already given us the tools, the strength, the courage to create the life we desire. He is waiting for us to use them. He is waiting for us to take that first, terrifying, exhilarating step towards freedom. It's like waiting for a ship to sail without ever raising the anchor or setting the sails. You can pray for the wind to fill your sails, but if you don't take the necessary actions, the ship will remain docked, going nowhere. God has given us the ability to navigate our lives, to make choices, to take action. He provides the wind, but we must raise the sails. It's time to break free. Here are 5 steps to uproot yourself from toxicity and plant yourself in fertile ground. Just as a gardener examines the soil, you must examine your life. What nan or who is draining your energy, stifling your growth and filling you with doubt? Be brutally honest. Are you in a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, surrounded by negativity? Write it down. Naming the problem is the first step to solving it. This isn't about blaming others. It's about taking responsibility for your own well-being. It's about recognizing the patterns, the behaviors, the situations that are consistently undermining your happiness and preventing you from reaching your full potential. It requires a deep, unflinching look inward, a willingness to confront the uncomfortable truths that you may have been avoiding. Think of it like conducting an inventory of your life. What are your assets? What are your liabilities? What is contributing to your growth? And what is hindering it? Be specific. Don't just say, "My job is stressful." Instead, ask yourself, what specifically about my job is stressful? Is it the workload, the management, the lack of recognition, the absence of opportunities for growth? The same applies to relationships. Don't just say, "My relationship is toxic." Ask yourself, how is it toxic? Is it characterized by constant criticism, by emotional manipulation, by a lack of respect, by a consistent feeling of being drained and depleted after interacting with this person? Is it a one-sided relationship where you are constantly giving and receiving nothing in return? Does this person make you feel small, insignificant, or unworthy? Do they constantly put you down, belittle your accomplishments, or dismiss your feelings? Do they control your actions, your choices, or your social interactions? This process of self-reflection may be painful. It may bring up difficult emotions, past hurts, and unresolved issues, but it is essential to your healing and growth. You cannot solve a problem that you do not acknowledge. You cannot move forward until you understand where you are and what is holding you back. Consider journaling your thoughts and feelings. Write down everything that comes to mind without censoring yourself. Don't worry about grammar or punctuation. Just let the words flow. This can be a powerful way to uncover hidden patterns, to identify the root causes of your unhappiness, and to gain clarity about your situation. It's like emptying a cluttered drawer. You might find things you've forgotten about, things you need to throw away, and things you need to organize. The process might be messy at first, but it will ultimately lead to greater clarity and order. Another helpful exercise is to create a toxic inventory list. On one side of the page, list the people, situations, and environments in your life that consistently drain your energy, make you feel bad about yourself, or hinder your progress. On the other side, list the people, situations, and environments that uplift you, support you, and make you feel good. This visual representation can help you see clearly which areas of your life need attention. It's like creating a balance sheet for your emotional well-being. You can see at a glance what is contributing to your positive energy and what is depleting it. This can help you make informed decisions about where to focus your time and energy. This is the hardest step, but the most crucial. Just as a gardener prunes dead branches to allow for new growth, you must cut ties with the toxic elements in your life. This may mean ending a relationship, setting boundaries, leaving a job, or even distancing yourself from family members who consistently bring you down. It will be painful, but it is necessary for your survival. This step requires courage, conviction, and a deep commitment to your own well-being. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be surrounded by people who love and support you, who believe in you, and who want the best for you. It's about setting healthy boundaries, protecting your energy, and refusing to tolerate behavior that is harmful to your spirit. Cutting ties doesn't always mean completely ending a relationship. Sometimes it means setting firm boundaries, limiting contact, or changing the dynamics of the interaction. It might mean saying no more often, refusing to engage in arguments, or walking away from situations that are consistently draining. For example, if you have a friend who constantly complains and brings you down, you might choose to limit your interactions with them, to avoid discussing negative topics, or to redirect the conversation to more positive subjects. You might say, "I understand you're going through a tough time, but I need to focus on positive things right now. Let's talk about something else." Or, "I'm not comfortable discussing this topic. Let's change the subject." If you have a family member who is consistently critical, you might choose to set boundaries about what topics are acceptable for discussion, or to limit the amount of time you spend with them. You might say, "I appreciate your concern, but I'm not going to discuss my personal life with you." Or, "I love you, but I need to limit our interactions to protect my own well-being." If you're in a toxic work environment, cutting ties might mean looking for a new job, requesting a transfer, or even starting your own business. It might mean saying no to extra work, setting boundaries around your time, or refusing to engage in office gossip. You might say, "I'm not comfortable working overtime. This week, I have other commitments," or "I'm not going to participate in gossip. It's not productive." This process can be incredibly challenging, especially if you've been in a toxic situation for a long time. You may feel guilty, obligated, or even afraid to make a change. You may worry about hurting the other person's feelings or about the consequences of your actions. But it's important to remember that your well-being is your priority. You are not responsible for other people's happiness. You are responsible for your own. Remember the analogy of the wilting plant. You cannot expect to thrive in a pot that is too small, in soil that is depleted, surrounded by weeds that are choking the life out of you. You must be willing to uproot yourself, to prune the dead branches, and to create the space for new growth to occur. It's like removing a bandage from a wound. It might hurt in the short term, but it's necessary for the wound to heal. Before you can plant yourself in a new environment, you must prepare your inner soil. This means cultivating self-love, forgiveness, and compassion. Release the guilt, shame, and resentment you've been carrying. Speak kindly to yourself. Affirm your worthiness. Remember, you are a child of God, deserving of love and abundance. This step is about healing the wounds that have been inflicted by the toxic environment. It's about nurturing your inner self, restoring your sense of self-worth, and creating a foundation of love and acceptance upon which you can build a new life. Toxic environments often leave us feeling depleted, unworthy, and unlovable. We may internalize the negative messages we have received, believing that we are somehow flawed or deserving of the pain we have experienced. This step is about reversing that damage, about reclaiming our inherent worthiness, and about remembering that we are deserving of love, happiness, and abundance. Cultivating self-love is a practice, not a destination. It's about making conscious choices every day to treat yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect. It's about speaking to yourself in a loving and supportive way, just as you would speak to a dear friend. It's about forgiving yourself for your mistakes, acknowledging your strengths, and celebrating your accomplishments. One powerful practice is to start each day with positive affirmations. Look yourself in the mirror and say things like, "I am worthy of love and happiness. I am strong and capable. I am beautiful inside and out. I am deserving of abundance." Even if you don't believe these statements at first, repeat them anyway. Over time, they will begin to sink into your subconscious mind, replacing the negative self-talk that has been holding you back. It's like planting seeds of positivity in your mind. The more you water them with repetition, the more they will grow and blossom. Another important aspect of preparing the soil is forgiveness. This includes forgiving yourself for any mistakes you may have made and forgiving others for any harm they may have caused you. Forgiveness is not about condoning the behavior of others. It's about releasing the anger, resentment, and bitterness that are holding you captive. It's about freeing yourself from the past so that you can move forward into a brighter future. Forgiveness can be a difficult process, especially if you have experienced deep hurt or betrayal. It may require seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor, but it is essential to your healing and well-being. Holding on to anger and resentment is like carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders. It drains your energy and prevents you from experiencing true joy and peace. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Now it's time to find your fertile ground, a place where you can thrive. This means seeking out supportive relationships, positive environments, and opportunities that align with your purpose. Join a community of like-minded individuals. Find a mentor. Seek out experiences that nourish your soul. This step is about creating a supportive ecosystem for your growth. It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in you, and who want to see you succeed. It's about finding environments that nourish your soul, that inspire you, and that challenge you to become the best version of yourself. Finding your tribe means seeking out people who share your values, your passions, and your goals. It means finding people who understand you, who support you, and who encourage you to pursue your dreams. This might involve joining a club, a support group, a religious community, or an online forum. Look for groups that are focused on personal and growth, spiritual development, or your specific interests. It might mean attending workshops, conferences, or retreats related to your field of interest or personal development. It might mean volunteering for a cause you believe in, or taking a class in something that interests you. The key is to find people who resonate with your energy, who inspire you, and who make you feel good about yourself. It's also important to seek out mentors, people who have already achieved what you aspire to achieve. A mentor can provide guidance, support, and encouragement. They can share their wisdom and experience, helping you to avoid common pitfalls and to navigate the challenges that inevitably arise on the path to success. A mentor can be someone in your field, a spiritual leader, or simply someone you admire and respect. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for their guidance. Seeking fertile ground also means creating a physical environment that supports your well-being. This might involve decluttering your home, creating a sacred space for prayer or meditation, or spending more time in nature. It might mean listening to uplifting music, reading inspiring books, or watching motivational videos. It's about creating an environment that is conducive to growth, to healing, and to the manifestation of your dreams. Your physical environment has a profound impact on your mental and emotional state. A cluttered, chaotic environment can create stress and anxiety, while a clean, organized, and inspiring environment can promote peace and productivity. Finally, plant your roots deep in this new fertile ground. Trust the process. Understand that growth takes time. There will be challenges, but you are now equipped to face them. Water your spirit with prayer, meditation, and positive affirmations. Stay connected to your divine source. And remember, God is with you every step of the way. This step is about cultivating patience, perseverance, and faith. It's about understanding that growth is a process, not an event. It's about trusting that God has a plan for your life and that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Just as a seed takes time to germinate, to sprout, and to grow into a mature plant, so too will your journey of transformation take time. There will be moments of doubt, moments of frustration, moments when you feel like giving up. But it's important to remember that these challenges are part of the process. They are opportunities for growth, for learning, and for strengthening your resolve. Think of a tree that weathers a storm. The wind and rain may bend its branches, but they also make its roots grow deeper and stronger. Watering your spirit means nurturing your connection to your divine source. This might involve prayer, meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in any activity that brings you closer to God. It's about staying grounded, centered, and connected to the source of all life and abundance. Prayer is a powerful way to communicate with God, to express your gratitude, to ask for guidance, and to receive strength. Meditation is a way to quiet your mind, to connect with your inner self, and to receive divine inspiration. Spending time in nature is a way to reconnect with the earth, to appreciate the beauty of creation, and to feel the presence of God. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool for reinforcing your beliefs, for reprogramming your subconscious mind, and for attracting positive experiences into your life. Repeat affirmations that resonate with you, such as, I am strong and resilient, I am capable of overcoming any challenge, I am surrounded by love and support, I am attracting abundance into my life. Say these affirmations with conviction, with feeling, and with the belief that they are true. And most importantly, remember that you are not alone. God is with you every step of the way. He is your guide, your protector, your provider. Trust in His plan for your life and have faith that everything is working together for your good. Even when you can't see the path ahead, trust that He is leading you in the right direction. Chosen one, here is the ultimate truth. Your breakthrough isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. And it begins with the courageous decision to leave the environment that's holding you back. The key that changes everything is surrender. Not surrender to the toxicity, but surrender to God's plan for your life. Surrender to the possibility of a better future. Surrender to the truth that you deserve to thrive. This surrender is not a passive resignation. It's an active, empowered choice. It's a recognition that you cannot control everything, but you can control your response to everything. It's a letting go of the need to be in control and a trusting in the divine wisdom that is guiding your life. Surrender to God's plan doesn't mean that you become passive or complacent. It means that you align your will with His will, that you trust in His guidance, and that you take inspired action towards your goals. It means that you release your fears, your doubts, and your anxieties, and you allow yourself to be guided by faith. It's like learning to dance. You don't try to control every movement of your partner. You surrender to the rhythm of the music and allow yourself to be led. Surrender to the possibility of a better future means opening yourself up to the infinite potential that exists within you. It means releasing the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back and embracing the truth that you are capable of creating the life of your dreams. It means believing in yourself, even when others don't. It's like opening a window to let in the fresh air and sunshine. You release the stale, stagnant air and allow new possibilities to flow in. Surrender to the truth that you deserve to thrive means recognizing your inherent worthiness. It means understanding that you are a child of God, deserving of love, happiness, and abundance. It means refusing to settle for less than you deserve and pursuing your dreams with passion and conviction. It's like claiming your inheritance. You are entitled to a life of joy, abundance, and purpose. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Tonight, before you sleep, say this prayer. I release all fear and doubt. I surrender to your will, God. I choose to leave behind the toxic environments that have held me captive. I step into my divine purpose, trusting that my miracle is already unfolding. This prayer is a powerful declaration of your intention. It's a commitment to yourself, to God, and to the universe that you are ready to create a new life, a life filled with joy, abundance, and purpose. Say it with conviction, with faith, and with the unwavering belief that your miracle is already unfolding. As you drift off to sleep, visualize yourself surrounded by love and light. See yourself thriving, growing and flourishing in a new, fertile environment. Feel the joy, the peace, and the abundance that are already yours. Know that you are loved, that you are supported, and that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Imagine yourself as that magnificent tree, the one that was envisioned at the very beginning. See its branches reaching towards the sky, its leaves vibrant and green, its roots firmly planted in fertile soil. Feel the strength and resilience of its trunk, the abundance of its fruit, the shelter it provides to others. Don't leave without becoming part of this movement. Remember the prayer chain. Comment below with one thing you need prayer for and reply to someone else's comment to offer support and encouragement. We are stronger together. Miracles happen when we connect in faith. This is more than just a comment section. It's a sacred space, a virtual sanctuary where we can lift each other up, offer support, and share our burdens. It's a place where we can connect with others who understand what we're going through, who believe in the power of prayer, and who are committed to creating a better world. Your prayer request might be for healing, for guidance, for strength, for courage, or for anything else that is on your heart. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to share your struggles, and to ask for help. We are all in this together, and we are here to support each other. Your vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. It takes courage to open your heart and share your deepest needs. And when you do, you create space for others to do the same. And when you reply to someone else's comment, offer words of encouragement, hope, and prayer. Let them know that they are not alone, that you are praying for them, and that you believe in their ability to overcome their challenges. Even a few simple words of kindness can make a profound difference in someone's life. A simple "I'm praying for you" can be a lifeline to someone who is struggling. A heartfelt message of encouragement can be the spark that ignites hope in someone's heart. This is faith in action. This is the power of community. This is the embodiment of divine love. When we lift each other up, we create a ripple effect of positive energy that extends far beyond ourselves. We become instruments of God's grace, channels of His love, and beacons of hope in a world that desperately needs it. If this message resonated with you, if it ignited a spark of hope within your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone you know is struggling right now, trapped in a toxic environment, desperately needing this message. Share this video with them and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of your journey to freedom and fulfillment. There is so much more ahead for you, chosen one. God bless you.